As- A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Welcome to Madinah Media, broadcasting from Lodium. And with me in the studio, I've got Sheikh Al-Hashimi Mujahid. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah, Brother Yusuf. Jazakallah khair for inviting me. Allah reward you.
Shukran.
Allah accept, inshallah, all
Inshallah.
your effort and all this, this work, Islamic work. Inshallah, may one of your good deeds, inshallah.
Shukran, Amin. And we thank you for accepting the invite and also giving us a very wonderful program at Masjidul Haq at the entrance of Lodium, Pretoria, Republic of South Africa. Now, this is part 2 of the program that you have dealt with. Earlier on, we looked at the importance of the Quran and the unfortunate circumstances we find ourselves as Muslims in abandoning it. You promised in part 1 that in part 2, you are going to be looking at Surah Baqarah because your talk was derived from an ayat from Surah Baqarah.
That's correct.
Something interesting about Surah Baqarah that we have mentioned. Take us through Surah Baqarah.
Subhanallah, there is the word surah is like a fence. Derived from sur. Sur means the fence of the house. Right, that is the surah. Inside the surah, there is a core idea, core message for every surah in the Quran. There is, you know what, sometimes some of us, we think Quran is difficult. When you approach it this way, you will understand it and it will be very easy and very simple. It's not difficult. And one of misconception, please, this Quran is not for ulama only. It's for everyone. And it's very simple to understand. And when we don't understand, yes, we go to the expert and we ask from them what is the meaning of that or what is the correct interpretation. But in general, Quran is very simple. Right. Now, every surah, it got a message. One core message, core idea. Surah Al-Baqarah, the core idea, core message is what? Is إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I am making on this earth Khalifa. Oh, human being, you are the Khalifa on this earth. Right. By the way, and there's also the Surah Al-Baqarah, there's an introduction. There is the 6 qualities of the believers, 13 qualities of hypocrites, and 2 qualities of disbelievers. That is just the introduction.
I wish we can go into that. That would be interesting. I'm not sure the time won't permit, obviously.
Yes,
but
definitely. This is maybe we'll allocate another time.
Inshallah,
yes.
inshallah.
Right, but let's focus on the issue of the idea. What is the core of what is the message of Surah? You, or human being, you are the Khalifa on this earth. Khalifa means what? Khalifa means you are got the business. You put a manager, but this manager, he manages your business with your policies. Not with his own policy.
The company or the
With the company. Can you see? It is obvious, isn't it? Everywhere. You got the manager, you got the boss, or you got the Amir. He gives he manages with the mindset of the. That is the meaning of the Khalifa. Khalifa, we are going to manage our life, becoming also our life entirely, every aspect of life. Right? How? With the instruction of the Creator.
Right.
This is the message. That is what Surah Al-Baqarah wants from you. He is asking you, are you the Khalifa or not? On this earth. This is Allah's creation. The earth is Allah's creation. You are Allah's creation. Are you going to manage your life with Allah's law, Allah's command, or with your own? Right. This is now the meaning of Khalifa. Right now, in this first juz of Surah Al-Baqarah, 3 stories. Story of Adam alayhi salam. First Khalifa, example and model. But this Khalifa, he made a mistake. Allah told him, don't eat from the tree. He ate from the tree. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told him, "Oh, get down." Right. Also, there is consequences of a mistake in our life. When we sin also, it affects our life.
We have to pay the price.
Like we have to pay the price. Adam alayhi salam, our first father, he was the first Khalifa. He made a mistake. But this model, he repented. He repented. He went back. This is one kind of Khalifa. The second Khalifa is totally rebellion to the Creator. That is Bani Israel. Bani Israel is Yaqub alayhi salam. Bani Israel, the descendants after. By the way, Bani Israel, all the time they are led by one prophet. And they were all the time rebellious to the prophets. Changing the words, changing the laws, hiding the messages, right? Distorting the message, rebellions. By the way, the Baqarah, what is why is named the Baqarah? Baqarah because it's the story of that is mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah. That is Musa alayhi salam, when they killed someone in the community, and they came to Musa, come look for, tell us who killed him. A crime it happened, right? Come investigate. That's why Allah asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then Allah guide them, yalla, slaughter a cow. They were rebellious. They don't want to slaughter it because they know who did it. They know. Then after that they start creating excuses. What kind of cow? What is the color? What is specification? Yeah. If you implemented from the first time, any cow and finish. No, because they made it.
They know what
they know, and also they don't want to implement. Then Allah made it easy, difficult for them. Right? Now you're looking. You want to become more problematic. Okay, now this specific cow, and this cow they paid for. They said big amount of gold to get because it's just a unique cow. If they slaughtered from the beginning,
they wouldn't have gone.
They don't have. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is. This is a rebellious people to the Creator. Right. وَبَاءُوا بِغَضَبٍ عَلَى غَضَبٍ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He cares them and anger upon anger. This is one model of Khalifa. Then after that, Allah take us to Nabi Ibrahim. The perfect model. وَإِذِ ابْتَلَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ رَبُّهُ بِكَلِمَاتٍ فَأَتَمَّهُنْ. Allah tested him, commanded him with obligations, kalimatin, obligation, tasks. Look here, He perfected them. فَأَتَمَّهُنْ. He implemented them perfectly. And this is the model. This is the model of Khalifa. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us this. This is the Khalifa that I'm looking. And you got the choice. We are choosing the wrong model, the wrong Khalifa. And they will see the consequences. As well, you choose the right consequences. Look at Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala honored Nabi Ibrahim because he's perfect in his submission to his Creator. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made him till the day of Qiyamah commemorated. In our salah, Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammadin wa ala ali Sayyidina kama sallaita ala Sayyidina Ibrahim wa ala. Look, Allah is, every salah we mentioned that these two great human beings. Right, this is Surah the first juz of Surah Al-Baqarah. Of course, there is more details, but this is the ideas of. So this is Surah Al-Baqarah. Now, second juz, Surah Al-Baqarah. Now, the rules and regulations. We know Surah Al-Baqarah is revealed in Medina. Early, by the way, some of the verses is early, some are late. Right. What the early when you went to Medina, you need a constitution now. how to regulate the life of the people, how they get married, how they fast, how they make all the obligation now in Medina. Right, now Allah subhanallah, all the arkan, the khamsat of Islam, the 5 pillars of Islam in Surah Al-Baqarah. The Hajj is there, the Sharia, Sadaqah is there, the fasting is there, the ruling of fasting is there. Kutiba alaykum siyamu kama kutiba is in Surah Al-Baqarah. And Hajj is there, Umrah is there. Then after that, marriage, divorce, all is there.
Business transactions.
Business, now, business at the end. Business is coming now, monetary transaction is at the end. Right. Then after that, look at now, there is also another message, Surah Al-Baqarah. ادخلوا يا أيها الذين آمنوا ادخلوا في السلم كافة. Take Islam entirely, holistically. Take it complete system way of life. In the opposition of Bani Israel, what is the opposition of Bani Israel? أفتؤمنون ببعض الكتاب وتكفرون ببعض. Opposition, the Bani Israel, they are selective. They take portion from the book and they take what they want and they leave what they want. It means they secularized.
Right. Just devoid of spirituality.
Exactly. I take what I like, I leave what I don't like. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gets very angry. Allah says, وَمَنْ يَفْعَلُ ذَلِكَ مِنْكُمْ إِلَّا خِزْيٌ فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا. Anyone, he will deal with my way of life that way, he will receive a disgrace on this earth. I think we are living in life at the time of disgrace. Because we are picking, choosing from the book of Allah, from the Quran. I want this, I don't want, I live this way, I don't. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, يدخلوا في السلم كافة. Take Islam entirely. Take it holistically or leave it holistically.
There's no two ways.
No two ways. Right. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is now guidance. Live this way, marry this way, do business this way, run your affairs this way, pray this way. Everything is regulated by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yes, then after that we come to the point of monetary transaction, that is the end. After the charity, the sadaqah, the encouragement for also jihad, it is there. Right, encouragement for sadaqah, and after that it comes the transactions, monetary dealing. Now comes to the usury.
That's a very scary one.
That is now the usury is a form of exploitation. Why usury is haram? The Yahud, when you tell them, because they were practicing, and also in the Jahiliyyah they were practicing, because look here, you earn money without making any efforts. You earn money, but there is no any input. Right, then it is, and you don't add anything to the economy. There is no development. Right, there is money, but there is no development. That's why Allah, and also there is dhulm, there is oppression. You give money to someone, and after that, you borrow him money, and after that, you keep entire his life taking from him 3 times or 4 times what I gave him. All his sweat, entire his life, he will go for this man, he's not doing anything. Right? That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is also a big topic. And right. Now in these verses, now Allah brought our verses to 277.
Right. So 277, I think let's conclude with that now. Remember, you are watching Madinah Media, and in the studio with me, I've got Sheikh Mujahid, who is elaborating on the second chapter of the Holy Quran, that is Surah Baqarah. Now we're going to conclude with what you were talking about today in the masjid. Those who do good.
Allah. Beautiful.
That's the best way of concluding. Those who do good.
You know what? This is always, Allah speaks in balanced way. Whenever speaks about evil, speaks about sinners, it speaks about righteous people.
Mm.
Whenever it speaks about Iman, speaks about Jannah, speaks about hellfire, always is balanced.
Mm.
Right. Now after that, speaking about the usage of the usury and interest, this is evil, this is corrupt. Then after that, Allah brings, this is how I want the believers. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, those they believed in Allah. Not just believed in the existence of Allah. They believed in the ultimate and supreme authority of the universe. So it's not the right of Allah is not to believe in His existence, is to submit to Him. That is not I believe Allah is existing. No, it's not enough. And Allah is existing is like, astaghfirullah to say that, is like Queen of England. She's the queen, but she don't rule. Allah is the creator and is the ruler of the universe. Right. الذين, you believe in Allah as a ruler and you submit. وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. Yalla, you transform that iman, your submission to action. Every command from Allah is amal salih. Recitation of the Quran, studying, doing da'wah is amal salih. Allah will reward you. And there is two conditions for amal salih. Any act of worship is amal salih. I want to, in the issue of marriage, do you know, if we know how much reward in the marriage, there is no one who will be left single. Can you imagine when you are with your wife, your halal wife, you sleeping with her, enjoying yourself, is a good deed, and you are rewarded for it. This is deen.
I think that will bring happiness to all those.
This is deen. This is deen. The relationship with your wife is deen.
Alhamdulillah.
You bring up your children is deen. Is amal salih. The cooking at home for the mothers is amal salih. They're doing it every day, but they don't know is a good deed. They will be rewarded for it. To look after your husband is a deen. To look after your wife is a deen. If the people they got this meaning, how will be our marriages?
Excellent.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Really, yani, yes, al-amal salih is broad, everything, but there's two conditions. You must be done for the pleasure of Allah. Just imagine, the husband is very rude. He don't, just example, or also you take both examples, wife or husband. Now you don't say we are siding with the woman.
Yeah,
right. The wife, the husband is very rude. The wife, she is very patient. She is doing it to please Allah. It is amal salih to look after the husband. Even you don't pay, you don't appreciate. You don't appreciate because you are doing it for the pleasure of Allah. And that is what you call sincerity. When we are doing the things, we are doing it for Allah alone. We are not expecting any return from anyone. That is what you call sincerity. That's why the condition of any good deeds must be sincerity, means for Allah's pleasure. Second, must be done the way how Allah wanted to be done. Not the way how I want. I pray the way how Allah wanted me to pray. Not the way how can someone tell I take the guitar and pray. Is that prayer will be accepted? No, why? Because it's not the way how Allah wanted to be prayed.
You are entertaining the people.
Yes, we are not doing the way how Allah wanted to be done. We fast the way how Allah wants to fast. We go for Hajj, we do Hajj the way how Allah, everything we do the way how Allah wants it to be done. That is now Amal Salih. Without these two conditions, you will be nullified. It's not going to be considered. The first three people they enter to Jahannam. Who are these people?
I suppose first three that will enter Jahannam.
Yes.
I think first one obviously is the one who commits shirk,
Right.
associate partners.
Right.
Third one I think is a hypocrite.
Right.
Second one hypocrite.
Right.
Third one hypocrite and the liar. I'm not sure.
Nice try.
Okay.
You know, the first three people they will enter to Jahannam. The first three people enter is alim. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله.
Unbelievable, right?
Alim. And someone, he also a wealthy person and gives charity. And the martyr. Look here, the three good deeds, the most beloved good deeds to Allah. The most beloved good deeds to Allah. Knowledge, charity, and one sacrifices wealth, one sacrifices soul. Right. But none of them is accepted. Why? Because the day of Qiyamah, they will ask this alim, why you learned? He said, I learned for your sake. And you said, no, you learned for the people, to create attention. And said, okay, you got the reward from them. They praised you, khalas, that is the reward that you wanted, you get it from them. That's it. That is a minor shirk of intention. In Surah Al-Kahf, that you suppose we read it every Jummah. The end of Surah Al-Kahf. فَمَنْ كَانَ يَرْجُو لِقَاءَ رَبِّهِ فَلْيَعْمَلْ عَمَلًا صَالِحًا وَلَا يُشْرِكْ بِعِبَادَةِ رَبِّهِ أَحَدًا. If anyone is willing to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you must do good deeds and you don't associate in his attention anything, anyone.
And we do that every day.
We are, unfortunately, we don't. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. That's why الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات. If you are, just imagine, you believing in Allah and you're submitting and you're doing now. Look, عمل صالح, we said endless, right? You look after your parent, عمل صالح. Your children, your wife, you read Quran. All this is عمل صالح. وأقاموا الصلاة. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took two main good deeds. Is the salah and the zakah. Subhanallah, the salah and zakah, they are twin. There is one, and why the salah and zakah are together? Why?
Okay, why salah and zakat are together?
Wallahi, very, very deep lesson. Salah represents the relationship with Allah, zakah relationship with the creation. Build the relationship with Allah through the salah and build the relationship with the creation through the zakah. Now the zakah, you are dealing with the people. Allah is not enough to be good to him and bad to the people.
Doesn't make sense.
And vice versa. Good to the people and bad to Allah. You destroy Allah's right and you be good to the people.
Still the equation doesn't balance.
That's why there is a woman, Rasul, this is hadith, Bukhari, woman, she fast the day and she stayed for tahajjud whole night. Look, worship 100%. But she harms her neighbor. Rasulullah, she said in hellfire, in Jahannam. Why? She is good, but she's not good to the people.
Doesn't make sense.
That's it. الذين أقاموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة. All the time, be good to Allah, establish the right of Allah and the right of the creation, both together. Right, and both are the command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not to be good to Allah, and that's why the shirk of Isa alayhi salam is a violation of the right. In the shirk al-adulm al-azim, the violation of the right of Allah. Imagine you made this, just imagine build this building and someone will come and will tell you it's not you, it's someone else. Your own house. Can I come to your own house after that and take portion of your house? I violated your right, isn't it? Or I can give you instruction in your house. You will accept that?
No.
See, you don't accept to ourselves that someone will be a partner in our life to instruction, but we do it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. لا حول ولا قوة إلا. Right, if you now you are performing the salah, and now we also said there is now why we are breaking marriages, There is research, university, one of the universities in Middle East. They made a survey for 500 divorces. In the questionnaire, they asked them, first question, do you perform the salah? From 5 down, all of them, they say no. Then the reason of the divorce is the people, they don't give the right of Allah. Look at the salah, how it got impact in our marriages, got impact in our families, it got impact in everything. In the salah tanha anil fahsha'i wal munkar. Salah prevent people doing evil. Salah is the brake for the evil. If the person who don't, that is like a car without brakes. And if the car without brake, can you drive car without brake?
The chances of you getting involved in an accident is almost 100%, yes.
Yes. Now Allah brought these two good deeds that we need to give it attention. That is the connection with Allah through the salah and connection with the human through the zakah. And always salah and zakah is a twin. And also the salah is the zakah of the time. Salah is the zakah of the time. Your time, the whole day you are working. Allah, I said, I want the zakah for your time. I want this time for the salah. You must give the zakah. And this time is allocated for the salah.
And it's not much.
It's 5 minutes, 7 minutes, what is it? And 15 minutes for your day, what is it? And 15 minutes for every salah, what is it? And just sitting with the people, just socializing with the people, you spend 1 hour or 2. But when also the people, they are willing to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah also will help us, He will enable them. But we know, you have to, the people, they know every good deed. Salah got 18 virtue, means 18 benefit in our life. Zakah or the sadaqah got 19 benefit of the. And I mentioned only one benefit of the zakah. وَمَا أَنفَقْتُم مِّن شَيْءٍ فَهُوَ يُخْلِفُهُ. Whatever you spend, Allah will give it back to you. He will invest it for you. I will tell you, try this. Don't try it. It be a conviction. Give. Wallahi, you will get it double or more than that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala don't need that. Allah want to purify the stinginess from us. That's all.
Hey. And for us to take only 10 rands.
Yeah, just is a training. After that, I will tell you, many people, they are rich because of their sadaqah. Those people, I will come to the conclusion of the verse. لهم أجر. Those people, they receive a great reward. لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. And they don't grieve for the past and they don't worry about the future. Allah, He will take, and for the past, خلاص, finish. Allah turns the page. You're forgiven. And what? For the future is in your hand of your Creator. You will live in a complete peace.
Yes.
Allahu Akbar. May Allah make us from these people.
Amen. Amen.
Today, the most what we need is internal peace.
Hey, we are yearning for that.
Allahu Akbar. But that peace is the blessing from Allah. We'll be deprived if we are not trusting Allah. We are not depending on Allah. We are away from Allah. And Allah will bless us. We are totally depending.
Inshallah. Sheikh, I was greatly honored to be in your company. And I hope all our listeners out there, or all our viewers out there, you greatly benefited, inshallah. And Sheikh, I understand you hold lessons online. I think after this or off air, you're going to give me the details, and I'll forward it to all our viewers and listeners out there, that you can link. They can link with you. They can take lessons from you, inshallah.
Most welcome. Most welcome.
May Allah bless you so much.
Ameen, ya
All the best to you, inshallah.
Ameen, ya Allah accept, inshallah, from all of us. May Allah make us sincere. And as we said, we need to be good to Allah, inshallah, and good to the creation of Allah.
Inshallah.
Right, inshallah. Allah accept, inshallah. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum
wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi ta'ala.
And from my side, Yusuf Mustafa, till we meet again on After Jummah Podcast Shows. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.